Before we dive into the clever ways people stayed comfortable in the Middle Ages, make sure to subscribe to the Global War Archive. This channel is all about uncovering the real, practical knowledge from history that modern viewers rarely consider, and today's episode will change the way you think about medieval life entirely. If you're a serious history buff or a survivalist enthusiast, the lessons here aren't just academic, they're immediately applicable. Medieval people were often portrayed as enduring drafty castles and freezing winters, but the truth is far more sophisticated. Their approaches to insulation, heating, and even rudimentary air conditioning show a surprising understanding of physics, biology, and architecture that we can learn from today. Medieval homes were designed with layers of insulation long before modern technology. Medieval builders didn't have fiberglass or spray foam, yet their walls, roofs, and floors often created surprisingly warm interiors. Timber-framed houses, for example, used wattle-and-daub walls, a lattice of wooden strips covered in clay and straw. This combination wasn't decorative, it trapped air within the straw fibers, slowing heat transfer. In stone castles, thick walls sometimes exceeded 2 meters in depth. While this might seem cold at first glance, the stone acted as a thermal mass. During the day, it absorbed sunlight and retained warmth, releasing it slowly at night. For modern application, anyone looking to survive harsh conditions or even build sustainable homes can mimic this. Straw bales or hempcrete walls, layered with mud or clay plaster, can provide excellent thermal regulation without electricity. Even using rugs or tapestries along walls, a common medieval trick, can add another insulating layer that reduces drafts and keeps warmth inside. Fireplaces and braziers were the heart of medieval heating, but placement mattered. It wasn't just a matter of lighting a fire. Medieval heating systems were surprisingly strategic. In smaller homes, central hearths allowed heat to radiate evenly, while in castles, multiple fireplaces were often connected to a network of chimneys that maximized airflow and minimized smoke inside living spaces. The placement of the hearth near main gathering areas wasn't accidental, it was designed to heat the most occupied rooms first. The practical takeaway is that controlling heat isn't about intensity, it's about distribution. If you're setting up a survival shelter or renovating a historic building, think about where people will spend most of their time. A single well-placed wood stove or fireplace can outperform multiple underused heat sources, and even directing airflow with simple wooden panels can make the warmth more efficient. Floors and ceilings were part of a complete thermal strategy. Stone floors are infamous for being cold, but medieval builders knew how to counteract this. Wooden floors or rushes, bundles of reeds, were often laid over stone to provide insulation and comfort underfoot. In wealthier homes, floorboards were layered with straw or animal hides, adding an extra barrier against the cold. Ceilings, too, were treated carefully. The upper rooms in a house were sometimes left intentionally cooler, as heat naturally rises, keeping the lower floors warmer. Applying this knowledge today is, well, actually quite straightforward. Using natural materials to create layered flooring can really make a huge difference in comfort, especially in off-grid or low-energy environments. Even just taking simple steps like putting thick rugs on cold floors or adding loft insulation can help you replicate those centuries-old strategies. No modern technology required. Medieval ventilation was, in a sense, an early form of air conditioning, and while it might seem a bit counterintuitive now, medieval homes were actually designed to breathe. Features like smoke holes, small windows, and ventilated roof spaces controlled airflow, removing smoke from fires, yet preventing drafts from chilling the interiors. Monasteries and manor houses often incorporated courtyards, which acted as channels for cooling air in the summer months. The orientation of buildings was also critical. Windows facing south captured sunlight in winter, while deep eaves blocked excessive heat in summer. Tapestries, curtains, and textiles were functional as well as decorative. The visual appeal of tapestries in castles often overshadows their functional purpose. Thick fabrics along walls and over windows acted as thermal buffers. Heavy curtains prevented heat loss at night, while layered bedding and cushions created microclimates for comfort. The science behind medieval comfort teaches us sustainable design principles. What makes medieval comfort fascinating is not just the ingenuity but the sustainability. They used locally sourced, renewable materials and designed structures to work with natural forces rather than against them. If you found this exploration valuable, make sure to subscribe to the Global War Archive and share this video with fellow history enthusiasts. Delve deeper into the past, and you'll find that the lessons of medieval comfort are not only fascinating but entirely applicable to modern life and survival strategy.